We just wrapped up, I was in New York last weekend, we wrapped up back-to-back championships of American Flat Track. Complete domination of the series the last 2 years. Honestly surprising to us, but it shouldn't be surprising. Mees, who's going to join us, is a big part of that. So we're very, very proud of our results and translating those results to the street with the FTR.
Jared's also the first one to ever ride this FTR1200 on the track. We were out at Willow Springs, must have been about 120 degrees. In fact, my car read 127 degrees when he was riding, filming a video. And we filmed all day. Jared, can you talk about riding FTR1200 on the racetrack, what it felt like versus FTR750?
Yeah, I mean, I rode quite a bit of street bikes, of course, like all of us here, and this is the first street bike that feels so close to the Indian FTR750. The way you sit on it, you're kind of up on it like an aggressive mode, like a sport mode. It's a very nimble motorcycle. You would never guess that it's close to 450 pounds or 500 pounds. It's the brakes on it are amazing. It's got really good low end front. I love wheeling the hell out of the thing off to get long, honestly, but it's an awesome motorcycle, and they did exactly what they aimed to do to try to make it feel as close as they can to my race bike. So it was a success.
So it's a bike we're really excited about, not only because it's an incredibly fun bike to ride, but also what it represents for the brands, reaching out, reaching new segments, reaching new riders, and moving in our own direction. So the focus when we did this bike, as Jared was talking about earlier, was to translate the FTR 750 and make that for the street. So that was the primary and critical focus of this bike. One of the best ways to do that, and one of the crucial ways to do that, is start with the form, language, and the lines of the FTR 750. So we've got the outline of the 750 here. If we trace an outline around that, and then overlay that onto the 1200, you can see we got pretty close. So that was an important and critical factor, was keeping these lines. The development actually started pretty close to when we started the development of the FTR 750 race bike. So we started on that bike. Right away we knew we had something very cool and something we wanted to bring out for the street. So how the process works is we've got a group of designers and they start doing 2D sketches. So you can see the winning sketch here from our designer Rich Christoph. We essentially have a number of them, pick one, and then run with that. So that was the winning sketch. From there then we moved to 3D. So this is turning the bike into clay where we can work on surfaces, we can work on proportions, make sure we get the bike looking right and three-dimensional. Once we get that all dialed in, we move to what we call a hard model. So this, we continue to tweak and dial in, and what we're really trying to focus on here is finishes, complete, putting all the packaging together, making sure ergos are right and things like that. So that's, you can see the hard model, and then from that, we get the bike you see in front of you. So 2 models for the FTR. We've got the FTR1200, and then the FTR1200S, which is the more premium model that's got some more features to it. Probably the bike you see in front of you here is a race replica paint scheme, designed to match exactly the FTR 750. So, other than the style and the form language, the way we put the bike together was to have the best attributes from the FTR 750. So, great power, great engine, but also this very nimble and light handling that Jared talks about when he rode it. Speaking of the engine, we've got a new 1203cc V-twin in the bike. Makes a lot of power. We've done a lot of things both to the internals and then some of the covers and everything to lower weight. A lot of power, 120 horsepower, but I think the thing people are going to be most surprised about when they ride is this really flat, nice torque curve. So it's a really approachable, fun bike. You can put it in any gear, twist the throttle, and you're going to be moving. Another critical aspect of the design is the placement of the fuel tank. So what looks to be the fuel tank is actually just covers for the airbox, and the fuel tank is actually under the seat. So that does a couple things for us. One, it centralizes and lowers the center of gravity, so we get that nice nimble handling. Another thing it does is it allows us to maintain that silhouette, so we can get those nice lines that we saw a couple slides ago by keeping the fuel tank under the seat. And then finally, just like the FTR 750, that design allows us to place the airbox directly above the engine. We can optimize the airflow, maximize the power, and again, that's a design cue straight from the FTR 750. It's got a really nice suspension on it, so both bikes have almost 6 inches of travel. On the S, you're going to get fully adjustable suspension. The rear suspension, one of the most interesting things is actually the swing arm and the linkage for the monoshock. So that comes pretty much straight off the FTR1200 race bike. If you have one of those next to each other, they look almost exactly identical. So about 6 inches of travel, the same travel on the rear, so you get a really nice compliant ride. This thing will eat up a number of different roads, rough roads, different terrain. On the FTR1200, you get some adjustability and preload and rebounds, and then on the S models here, you get fully adjustable suspension just like the front. Another really cool thing about this bike, and the tie back to the FTR750, is the tires. So if you look at the design on those tires, they're actually taken from Dunlop's iconic DT3 flat track tire. So we worked with them to get this tire. It's exclusive to this bike. And essentially get the same tread pattern, but we did a couple things in terms of making a shallower tread, putting them closer together, and adding some more silica to get some good wear. So they look like flat track tires, but you're going to get excellent street performance. We've got a 19-inch wheel on the back, 18 on the back, 19 on the front. The reason we chose those sizes was because we wanted it, again, to look like the race bike. The race bike's got 19 and 19. So by maintaining these sizes, we keep that tied to the FTR750. Great brakes on both bikes, so they both have the same brake systems. You're going to get Brembos all around. Some big 320 millimeters in the front and a 260 in the back. The FTR1200, all of them come standard with ABS. They also get cruise control, which is one of those nice features when you have it. The S, along with the better suspension, you also get a suite of technology. So you get 3 ride modes that not only adjust throttle mapping, that also adjust how much power goes to the wheel, and then also the traction control intervention level. So you get varying levels there. It's got an IMU, so it's got stability control, traction control, wheelie mitigation control. And with that IMU, along with the ABS, depending on how the bike's leaned over, it's going to intervene at varying levels so you can get optimal performance. Another nice thing about this on the S model, you're going to get this cool 4.3-inch display. We've got our 7-inch ride command display, and some of the feedback we've got there is the exact same thing we wanted to put in this, so the customizability, the easy use, and then just a super clear, bright, high contrast display. That's a lot of fun. So it's also got Bluetooth, so you can hook up your phone, control your music, control your phone straight through the display. So that's an overview of the bike. The FTR1200 comes in a little bit under 13. For the full suspension, adjustability, and some of the tech on the S, you jump up to 14.9, and then this race replica model is 15.9. So these will be available in dealers in spring 2019.
Don't forget to comment and like this video, and if you want to stay up to date with all of our great videos and stories, hit the subscribe button and follow us on social media at Cycle Sports TV.